But then when
Hmm.
people are in chat, it's so hard to, keep up if it's flowing and to read the comments and respond in real time, but then not lose your place and then not make the whole thing just too long because you're going back and forth. It was trickier yesterday, so
Should be
I don't
anyway.
want to ignore you. This is it. I want to do it all at the same time, simultaneously. That's my goal. So, that'll take time.
Yeah, and like I've said, now doing the streams and trying to day trade, I found that, you know, I'm leaving the trades just to run now. Instead of me messing with them, now it's like I can let them breathe and do what they need to. Although, there have been times that, when I have technical issues, that's the time I get tripped up. Because if I've got an issue, I won't be able to manage the trade as well, But I'm trying to I've been doing a lot better and moving my stops and my take profits and stuff like that. That was a big problem I had before, is that I was using Robinhood to trade again, and oh my god, it was garbage.
Yeah, you need to be able to make it work, like with life. And let me see. I
Hey,
think I got
Drunk.
you, Ace.
Hey, Drunk Cup. Update that
That one?
indicator, the circle thing in the top left. It gives me anxiety. I have no idea why. What circle thing are you talking about? Would you be able to tell me? Is it the logo, or what circle thing is giving you anxiety?
Fair
Trade
point.
A.
Take days off. This was from Ace just now. It's good. You don't have to trade every day to be profitable.
Oh, that's cool.
You gotta behave, Ace, because there's consequences around here, it seems.
Yeah, the
Be good.
moderator bot in here sometimes can be a little stringent. Now we are indicators are on trading view. See where it says 4? See where it says 4 right here? Oh, this circle right here is giving you anxiety, the purple one? That right there gives you anxiety? It's because I don't have an updated version of this indicator, but I don't want to change it. I haven't reviewed it, and I haven't had time to double check what updates have been done because I've got so much other stuff, and it works fairly well. I apologize if the purple is bothering you there. I can see if I can edit it off my screen, but it'll take some of my chart off if I take it off just for you. I mean, that makes you feel better. I could do that. There you go. Now you don't have to see that's part of the chart. Hope that makes you feel better. Yeah, that's why I said I haven't done it. Sorry, my voice to text is messing up, but there must be a pretty good delay. It's for the indicator. Well, now you can't see it. I edited it off the screen so that you're not able to see it. That's odd. I hadn't had anybody mention that was giving them anxiety.
These Aces are good.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
I like that these images that Ace sent along. I posted them, and Jesse Livermore is so interesting to me. Like his whole experience as a trader and the way that he evolved and the big wins and big losses and the persistence and his his journey as a trader is so interesting to me.
Greatest trader of all time, Jesse Livermore.
Hey, yeah.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Doing good, Coach Schmad. How you doing?
Yeah.
You know what? I walk into Power Hour, and the first thing I see is my favorite Jesse Livermore quote of all time on confirmation. And then the second thing I see is one of the greatest gifts of all time, the dude with the American flag that Steve posted yelling freedom. Like those things it just woke me up to a great day. Love it, love it, love it. Good to be here. How's everybody doing today? Becky, Riz, how you guys doing?
Welcome to the party. I'm good.
Doing good. Doing good.
Bulls fighting back here today. It's good to see.
Yeah, overnight took off down there for a while. Looked like last evening it was going to the bottom, but you just bounced strong.
Yeah, it clipped that support level pretty quick after the reopen. Recovered throughout the Asian session. 6,800 was kind of the magnet all last night. And then just had a really good cash open that got carried. Really, really good. Yeah, 6,800 Ace was like, it acted all day long yesterday, both as a support level and that resistance level. Pretty keen to pivot off that, no doubt about that. Now you're talking, like, I find the market, and I'm going to share my screen, just talk about kind of my technical thoughts here on the S&P 500 from a multiple time frame perspective. But if you want to follow along as I'm going, guys, just click on my screen here. But what I'm looking at here is a scenario where bulls have a little bit of control in the short term. Doesn't mean there's not a bear trade coming back down. But what I find to be extremely interesting right now is when you're talking about this pullback right here in the S&P 500 over the last 5 trading sessions. There's been 2 key levels of support that I felt were just a little bit more important than others. 6,850 and 6,800 were the 2 levels that I felt were extremely important from a support perspective. Once you got underneath 6,850, screamed down to 6,800, then obviously we had the volatility event underneath 6,800 right after the futures market opened up yesterday. But now, when you're dealing with bull flags, guys, from a pattern development perspective, this is kind of what you want to see. And was it you, Becky, that posted the confirmation Jesse Livermore quote?
That was from Ace. I posted it for him.
Ace, that was you? That's what we're talking about right here where the price is. You see this trend line right here on the downside on the flag? That's that trend line that the traders anchor to on, not on the 30-minute chart, not on the hourly chart, but what they're really anchoring to on the flag is confirmation above that level. And so the daily chart, the swing trader in me is getting pretty anxious here for confirmation, to be perfectly blunt with you. And so that trend line right there is playing a role. Now, when you do the same thing on the NASDAQ, a little bit different. You're developing kind of underneath that ultimate trend line. That's because a lot of the news yesterday was sensitive on the NASDAQ, created a little bit of volatility underneath that. But now you're starting to get above that short-term trend line, ultimately here for the bulls to get back in control on not just an intraday time frame, but multiple time frames, daily, weekly chart. You got to get above this trend line all the way up here. So still got a little work to do for the bulls on the NASDAQ, but the edge on the intraday side of the equation is there. There's no doubt about that. This is just a little bit of fading price action after a real good move throughout the entire trading session. For the most part, look at that 9 EMA on the 15-minute chart, just hugging. Now you're developing a little bit of a high base. Can it break here and get that Momo up to that trend line? That's the question I have for Power Hour is can we break this and can we run it into that 2600 zone? That ultimately would lead to confirmation on the ES. which would ultimately lead to the daily pivot point on the daily chart, and finally give the bulls their first edge in the market, really ever since the breakout that we had a week and a half ago. Russell, definitely being sensitive here. The Ace, definitely being sensitive here. I don't have the Russell in the same type of pattern as the ES and the NQ, but when the Russell outperforms the rest of the indexes, and I think that's where Ace is getting at, when the Russell outperforms, you usually see that as a little bit of a leading indicator, because there's a lot of economically sensitive areas in the Russell 2000. Whereas, let's face it, the NASDAQ doesn't care about the economy in any capacity. So when the market really does feel like risk on, risk off, you do see it in the Russell, because it's one of those, they're very sensitive to economic data. They're very sensitive to the risk on, risk off mentality of the marketplace. And even though you are not seeing it like break any major levels here today, Ace, you do have relative outperformance, which does tell you that the buyers have a little bit of thirst in the market right now. Now, to be clear on one thing, when you are looking at the S&P or the NASDAQ right now, what we have seen is we've seen a little bit of momentum shift here, okay? In a pullback scenario, bulls are going to lose that momentum. And as you can see, bulls losing momentum. You can see it very clearly on MACD here as the histogram bar goes down to 0. That's bulls losing momentum here, which is very normal in a retracement scenario. What you want to see on confirmation to get the double confirmation on the indicator as well, you see that little red line there? You want to see that little red boy go to green tomorrow. That would confirm this pullback as well. So just something to keep your eye on here, guys. We have not gotten to the point of confirmation yet. The day traders have kind of pushed it to the conversation of confirmation. We're kind of all just kind of looking at that level. Stay above 50. That's step 1. Close above the 90 EMA. Step 2. Close above that trend line. Step 3. That is confirmation in my estimation. On the other areas of the market, very quickly, guys, talked a little bit about the dollar index the other day. One thing to keep an eye on, and I do think the dollar's playing a role here, but one thing to keep an eye on here is the dollar slightly extended coming into the 200-day moving average. You could see a little bit of a turnaround story here. And if the turnaround story here, meaning we start to pull back here on the dollar, get ready for the ES to confirm, get ready for the NASDAQ to confirm off that daily pivot, and get ready for gold to confirm off that as well. The dollar's been going up, 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 up. Gold's been flatlined. This is a really good look in my estimation. And the analysis really hasn't changed from yesterday, guys. We're still underneath the 9 EMA on the daily chart. That's step 1. Ultimately, the weekly chart confirms above 4,100. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, if I was teaching a technical analysis course and I wanted to teach a flag-based pattern on the weekly chart with daily development, I would be taking a screenshot of gold right now. Big red candle, smaller red candle, smaller red candle. If this is where the weekly chart looks like going into next week, market order above the high, stop loss underneath the low, giddy up and go, because we are getting ready to rock and roll. And that's all I got for the skyline here today, guys, as we just kind of take a little bit of a journey through the technical conditions and through Coach Matt's eyes. That doesn't have to mean everybody out there. Well, the NASDAQ and the S&P are a little bit similar right now. The only difference I have here, Ace, on the NASDAQ is the NASDAQ got beat up a little bit more. And so you're not, like, the S&P is sitting right at that trend line. The NASDAQ still has 100 points before it gets into that trend line. And so what I'm looking at here is I actually like a breakout here on the NASDAQ. When you're looking at this pivot point right here, the low point of this pivot point is, let me just get you the number here. Stop drawing trend lines. I was yelling at me, not you guys. 929, 888. Top of that candle right there, 893. Top of the candle wicks up here around 88. Like, there's obviously a zone right here that is impacting the marketplace. Support, principle of polarity, resistance, that hits right on that trend line. And then you're kind of battling right underneath that. And so I do see there to be 100 points here to play with on a breakout before you get into the exact same degree of technical conversation where you're dancing the ultimate confirmation level here. So the NASDAQ still has a little bit of room to run before it actually catches up to the S&P. A little bit weird to say given the fact that the NASDAQ's outperforming today, but the NASDAQ's outperforming today because it got smoked yesterday and it's doing a little bit of recovery here. And so, yeah, keep an eye on, like, it's not a clean level, but I'll just give it the number somewhere around that 900 level, 25,900. You get a nice little breakout there. I don't see anything to really kind of stop it until you start working up into the trend line. And so that's that last area right here around the 26,000 level. Trend line will kind of anchor to the 26,000 level as well. So you got a high base right here that could certainly be tradable up to that level. Now, obviously, for those of you that want to counter trend here, that's not something I do. I always trade in the direction of the 1 hour trend, and I always wait on patterns developing within the 1 hour trend. But if you are going to counter trend here, there is a little bit of a zone between the overextension here and that 9 EMA. You could also see that kind of pivot back down to that support level. That's the 23% retracement level as well, right where the 9 EMA is. So you got a little pocket there you can counter trend. I personally wouldn't. I'd be more interested in the pullback versus the breakout, but there is a little bit of pocket on that counter trend. And to do that, you would be obviously looking at the 5-minute chart, waiting for it to break that pivot point right there. And that is the NASDAQ there, Ace. Hopefully I did you good there. I didn't cover crude oil because it bores me today, honestly. Remember what I said yesterday, or was it the day before, Ace? On crude oil, I was interested in two things. One, for this pivot to hold, and two, for it to get above 62. And if that occurred, I like energy. That did not occur, and we're probably testing here. Like, you get underneath that 20-period moving average and that pivot there, like, you could come down to 57.5 very quickly. I could see a short there brewing. And so I do think it's a little bit more on the short side of the equation. The pattern it's one of those things, like, the pattern came to fruition. It looked good. It just never broke out. And the path of least resistance when you don't break out is to go down. So I kind of feel like it's one of those situations where energy, and that's where I'm looking at, because I am actively building a position in Schlumberger here. And so I was very keen on Schlumberger breaking out, and I was starting to build into a position, and I still am, Ace, and everybody else. I still am, but I'm going to do covered calls on it. And so I'm not looking for as much growth here. I'm going to start cash flowing on it. But I am still looking to build into a position on Schlumberger in energy. I will still take a swing trade if we break out on Halliburton here. I just don't think you're getting a tailwind from crude. And that's important, because if you get a tailwind from crude, like a standard swing trade, I would target 30 here on Halliburton. If crude oil was breaking out at 62, I would target 32. That's the difference a tailwind in the commodity space makes. It literally equates to between 8 and 10% of a movement on a swing trade. It's not a small sum. And so it wouldn't change how I see Halliburton or Schlumberger, but it does change how I see how aggressive I want to be in entries, how aggressive I want to be in strategy selection, how aggressive I want to be in position size. Still going to make the trade, just do it from a little bit more of a conservative perspective. On NextEra, let's talk utilities first, because I think utilities is at a very interesting position here on the chart. Obviously underneath the 9 EMA, but after last week coming down, this is a known level, right where the 50-period moving average is, right where this previous pivot is at 87.5. You look at that on a weekly chart, that's called a pullback on the weekly chart to the 9 EMA. That looks pretty good as well. And so the daily chart certainly could do a little bit more development, but the weekly chart looks fantastic here. And so I definitely am interested in utilities, and NextEra is one of my favorites in the utility space. It still has some work to do for me, but I do like utilities in general, and I would recommend finding your favorite utility stock, because there could be some really good opportunities in my estimation. XLP, a little bit of a different conversation here. This more bottom feeding, reversal analysis, deep value, park some cash, get some cash flow, don't worry about it type thing. I don't see it as a pure technical conversation. The food-based companies last week just got absolutely trounced, like absolutely trounced. It didn't matter what food-based company, grocery stores, food providers, they got absolutely trounced last week. Are there things, some changes brewing? Maybe a little bit. I do have some interest in some reversals on the low points of charts and staples, but staples itself is kind of just sitting at it's sitting at a pretty important level of support on the weekly chart. Very important level of support. You certainly want to see the buyers step in, but if they do, I find your favorite staple stock. No doubt about that. Because again, just because the space looks like garbage in general, you are sitting at the low point in the space, which means not everything in the space is terrible, right? And so if we get some love coming out of staples here, a little bit of a defensive action, I'm not sure I'm there because I'm looking a little bit elsewhere, but I do understand what you're talking about there and why you would be interested in it. I know a lot of bottom feeders. Bottom feeder is just a general term I give people who try to bottom fish on downward pressure and price. More of a position trader investor analysis, but they're certainly looking at staples here. No doubt. They are certainly looking at staples here. And me, I'm looking at Walmart, but we'll wait and see on that earnings. The staples hedge action, like a little defensive position. Yeah, it's kind of like utilities used to be that a little bit, but that's definitely more healthcare and staples these days, and specifically staples. Well, guys, we could be seeing some very interesting things on the macro side of the equation over the next week. Number one, did you guys see anything about the tariff Supreme Court case today? Is anybody up to speed on the tariff Supreme Court case? Did anybody listen to the legal arguments? Anybody check into the Supreme Court today? You don't have to, because I did. That's what I do for you guys. They are not going to approve Trump's tariffs. 8 of the 9 justices were highly skeptical of the power of the presidency in tariffs. The Constitution is very clear, by the way. It gives that power to Congress. So we could see some very interesting news coming out over the next couple of weeks, both on that and with the Democrats trouncing the Republicans yesterday and the generals. You could see some action on the government shutdown as well. Those are 2 big-time macro stories to keep your eye on, because we will see volatility around both of those. And it could be big-time volatility. So be aware of those things, guys. Not yet, Woji. Not yet. Not yet. I mean, Walmart's always on my radar to a certain extent, but I'm not actively looking in front of earnings for it, no. All the judge. Oh, that tweet's coming. By the way, guys, within a couple of weeks, we're going to be launching the inaugural Blue Sky podcast. Very excited about that. I can't wait.
That's going to be so fun.
It's going to be way fun. Yeah, I met with Justin today on it, and I definitely allocated you and Riz this time, so I apologize ahead of time for that.
Meh, we're in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Becky and Riz, they're going to love doing this.
That's right. Speaking my language.
Absolutely.
Ace, we are definitely planning on bringing on every single week. It'll be a weekly podcast at first, and we'll do a live stream on YouTube. But we are definitely bringing on Blue Sky team members every single week. Absolutely. We want this to not just be about us. We want it to be about the community at large.
Right, and the whole experience of trading and how different people approach it and manage it and what works for them best. Like, it's great conversations.
Except Blas. Blas will have to do pre-recorded so that we can edit. And maybe
there's
general.
a reason I pre-record my own, and
that's the truth. That is the truth.
It's easy to slip up sometimes.
Oh, Becky, I got to tell you about the one time. So I was recording an on-demand for an educational system, and I was in like session 6, which is like the 5th hour of an 8-hour on-demand. Cool. And it was a long day, and I was losing my mind a little bit, and I had messed up on this take like 15 different times. Okay. I'd been talking all day, and I just kept fumbling on like 2 words. And I lost it. And I think I said like 19 F-bombs in 14 seconds. And it was all on demand. I was going to cut it out, right? Yeah. So I finally get it done a few days later. I thought I went through the entire edit process and had it beta tested, but I launched it live to my community. And I got a text message literally within like 3 hours from one of my students being like, "Hey dude, you got to check session module 5, session 2 at the 22-minute mark." And I'm like, "Okay, what's going on?" Yep, there was my tirade right there in the on-demand. It was so funny. I was lucky it was in on-demand. I just went out and cut it, but it was bad. It was bad.
Oops. Yeah, everyone's tolerance is different for certain words, and so
general, we're all interested in learning from people's mistakes, brother.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm sorry, Becky. I didn't mean to jump. You were saying something.
No, I agree about general, because I think that's actually the greatest conversation, because how do you work through it? Definitely interested.
Well, me and Justin were talking about that today, and Justin's going to be the host of the podcast, and both of us were like, it can't be about people patting themselves on the back. It has to be about understanding all of our commonality in this journey of being a trader, and we have to be open about the mistakes we make, the dumb trades we made, the mismanagement we had. Like, it's easy to go point to a trade you had greatness on and be like, "Ooh, look at me, look at me, look at me." Well, what about the 3 mistakes you made to get to that great trade? We can learn from those too.
Completely agree. Often those are the most impactful conversations anyways, because patting people on the back is great and all, but I don't know, you don't hear it the same way. Whereas if you can really identify with someone and what they've gone through and then talk about ways to manage it, there's a lot of power in that conversation.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that. It'll make you a better trader, Ace.
So I just have to ask, what triggered this whole thing about the Lasky and Jesse
on Blas?
I'm trying to figure out. I didn't have the audio on, so I'm just trying to figure out what triggered these responses on the mistaken hole.
We were talking about bringing on Blue Sky team members onto the podcast we're going to produce for Blue Sky, and somebody said something about Blas. I'm like, we'll just have to do that one in a pre-recorded session so that I can edit it out, and that's what kind of triggered it. See, Blas knows.
We all know our tendencies.
I mean, I can't imagine this is a children-friendly podcast, but we do want to be respectful to people.
This is gonna be fun. We got a good crew here.
Definitely.
Hey, Aaron, this is accurate. Especially when the market wants to pump all morning long and then consolidate for 2 straight hours.
Even the 15-minute chart is doing nothing. Like even if you like
Hey,
get
that's the one I'm
time
on right now. Yeah.
It's like what is happening?
Welcome to the manipulated close.
Yeah. Power hours can't do that when you get pumped going into them.
Yeah. When the move happened.
It's like, is the market really ready to confirm and get ready to pump? Probably not. That's kind of what the market's saying a little bit here.
Yeah.
I do like the overall patterns here, personally. Like I'm a big fan of the patterns that are currently developing.
Okay, the slacker. I'm learning, Blast. I'm learning. Give me a good time.
Road's breaking. Yeah. Ace, is it time to switch? This is true, Bloss. I'm the only one that can do it wrong.
How long do I get to cry for grace? Do I get like a month? How long?
60 days.
You have 4 more hours.
60-day grace period.
Okay, great.
Mine is 180 days, mind you.
Perfect. Women in the workplace, right? Oh.
That was so good. That was so good. Men get 180 and women, you only get 60 because you're far superior creatures.
Well, you're not wrong.
No, we are not. I have I am a feminist, Becky, because I've long held the belief that I've never won a debate or an argument with my wife, not once in 20 years.
Well, she's probably amazing.
She tells me that all the time.
Perfect.
No, I kid. Oh, sorry. It was just there. I'm sorry.
I mean, it happens. It happens.
Now, in one ear, I'm like, did she hear that?
Was that out loud? I don't mind.
The Bible told us that many, many, many years ago there, Aaron. Happy wife, happy life. I thought that was the quote, right?
It's a quote for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. A wise man embraces it.
I do love that saying, by the way. The one you just said. It's a quote for a reason. Mm. Like I do it with cliches. I'm like, well, yeah, it's a cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason.
It's hung around and everyone knows it because it has a place.
Very memorable.
Yeah. Are you shorting this, Jesse? Yeah. I'm in this short too.
One fact about me you guys might not know is I am one of the 1% of the human population that does really enjoy C-SPAN and Supreme Court oral arguments.
That is a very small percentage of your people.
I'm part of the 1% crew there. Yes. Yes, that's accurate. That's accurate.
You just admitted that out loud.
I know.
Your mic is on right now.
Very comfortable with it, actually. Yeah, I know. It's weird.
It takes there's somebody in every room sometimes.
That is accurate too, Bloss. In another life.
Aww. It's a reputable career, but trading's more fun.
Far superior. Oh, went down the wrong pipe. Far superior.
Trading.
Yes.
Yeah. I have such mixed feelings about nursing because I'm still an active nurse, and trading because they're very, very different. And I love them differently. I'm not ready to give up any of them. Well, trading for sure.
Well, nursing, you provide a value to society and thus your life. Lawyers are leeches that take away from everybody.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah, it's just one, you love your life, the other one, you hate yourself and everybody in it.
Yeah.
I get to make fun of jokes about lawyers, so if you're a lawyer, I apologize, but I did spend $130,000 to ensure that I could tell jokes about lawyers.
You're in the club, it's allowed.
Plus, who doesn't like looking into campfires at night? Like, that's just an enjoyable, peaceful thing to do. See your soul through the fire.
The embers at the end, it's the best.
Oh, now I just want to go camping.
On the beach.
Oh, that's even better.
Next summer, I'll do winter camping.
Environmental law, human rights laws. Unfortunate for that, I was actually training to be one of the other non-paid attorneys there too. Ace, I was studying constitutional law, so I would have been right there with the broke environmental law lawyers. And yep, Aaron. Yep. Well, could you imagine studying contract law?
Oh, God.
Have you guys ever went to a bankruptcy law class? Oh, pins in the eyes.
Hard pass. I would take blood any day over corporate law.
That's because that's all it is blood.
It's a different kind of blood.
Yeah. Blige, just to make sure that we're all on the exact same page here, I am not pro oil spill.
What's the next big thing? Are you tired of feeling tense, stiff, and frustrated with your body? Does the idea
I am a little bit.
We need to care about the penguins too.
I mean, yeah, I could definitely be more flexible.
Who doesn't want to wash baby ducks?
Dude, if there was a baby duck covered in oil, I would absolutely be washing that baby duck, and I am not. Like that's just sad. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
Like if it was a grown duck, we could have a different conversation, but a baby duck? Oh.
No, don't pick up smoking. Nope. Yeah, I like that bear meme.
RQ, you're going to go with gold above 4K? You're going to run that to 410? Or are you still actively shorting? Are you looking for a short? You short NQ? Dude, NQ has a chance to pull back here. Starting to. If it ain't going to break, path of least resistance is down. Bloods is going long. I'm not long yet. I got to have a break or a pullback to go long. Market feels like it wants to pull back a little bit. Russell is the strength still. Even the pullback looks to be just coming down to the breakout channel on the 5-minute chart.
I've been in the short for a while. All that consolidation. I have one account left I wanted to trade today, and I sat in that short.
Did Riz go 0 DTE? Did you do something on the put side, Riz? Riz did it all.
Gorgeous day. Not gonna lie, I'm jealous. Straight up.
Oh, that's sexy. Riz caught it all. That's fantastic.
He was bull.
Well, maybe he could take us to Dubai in his Denali. That'd be great.
Yeah. Dude, Dubai has blown up in recent years. It's kind of wild.
It's massive now. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Are you talking about GDX or GEX, Blas?
Yeah, what is?
I don't think you're talking GEX. I don't know what GEX is.
Affluent, have you been there? To Dubai?
I have never been to Dubai, no.
Me neither.
I do want to go to Dubai, though, yes.
Me too. Dang, 16 times? Did you zip line the between the towers during? Yeah, hot. I was just seeing the other day Lance Brightstein zip lining between sky rises in Dubai. I'm like, okay.
I think I saw a video like that too. It was intense.
It was like, I think it was this last weekend.
There's not a chance in God's green earth what I would do that. I'm right there with the fluent. I have a fear of heights. I'm right there. Yeah, not for me, but I would cheer somebody else on.
It would terrify me, but I would do it. 100%. Throw me off the building. Bungee jumping stresses me out though, because I feel like that's bad on your spine. I'm not gonna lie. As like a healthcare professional, bungee jumping is terrible. I don't know, it stresses me out. At least with zip lining, you're like strapped into the harness and it's controlled as long as it holds, right? But it's controlled, you're not jolting as much. You're just falling. I don't know. It's interesting.
Oh, you're talking options here. Okay, you're talking gamma exposure versus delta weighting.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, delta weighting is an extremely important conversation for portfolio development. So if you're designing and maintaining and managing your own portfolio, delta weighting, theta targeting are two big time macro conversations for the portfolio development side. Gamma is sensitive to delta, so it goes in conjunction with delta. So delta is the underlying Greek that drives the percentage of the option versus the $1 movement in the underlying stock. Theta is the time decay element of the option. Vega is the volatility component. Gamma is the sensitivity to delta. So delta will adjust per $1 movement at the rate of gamma. So if you're long delta, you're equally long gamma. And gamma gets really sensitive in the last 7 to 10 days of the contract. And so gamma is, I still don't know what GEX is. I've never heard of that. But I do know what you're talking about when you're talking about, gamma. I don't see it through the gamma lens. I see it through the delta lens, but I certainly understand what you're talking about. I'm not surprised quant data is the one talking about gamma, though. It would take a quant to understand the concept. It's not a beginner level concept.
That's beyond my.
Well, it also
data, but
honestly, I think it's overkill. I think you could easily understand what people do with gamma just by looking at what people do with delta.
Let's ask him about it when we bring him on the podcast.
Well, Ace, there's a lot of option traders that want to keep a net delta neutral portfolio while simultaneously maxing out their theta exposure. So they keep a they try their best to keep a net delta neutral portfolio while they're simultaneously selling as many options as they can to maximize their theta targeting. And in that scenario, gamma can crush the cash flow trader. And so they have to hedge it. And that's what delta weighting and gamma are all about. It's an options conversation primarily. Well, I'm looking at it.
Vanguard is strong in general. About to flip long. I'm holding my last short on ES, but I got a snug stopped in profit for me.
So that's exactly what these guys are doing, Blas. They're keeping a net delta neutral portfolio and trying to expose gamma. Okay, let's see what they're doing. I'm going to charge you 1.4% on money to keep a neutral portfolio. It's not the sell you think it is, Vanguard.
No, thank you. That's called worse than a savings account.
Yeah, if they were also equally talking cash flow, that'd be a different conversation for me, but they're up 7% year to date. They're getting lapped by the market. It's no for me, bro.
Doesn't sound great.
No, it sounds like they're just keeping a
They
net
just want your fees.
neutral portfolio to try
Yeah.
to say we'll mitigate the risk factor for you guys.
There's so many, I think, Americans who don't understand the financial industry at all. And so by saying they put their money with the Vanguard, something probably gives them a sense of peace and ease and that it's safe and that someone is managing it who's been around for a long time and has generally profitable systems. But this brief description that you guys are talking about sounds like a total ripoff. Like, oh, I'm so glad I'm learning everything about trading in this industry because Mark there.
I will never trust a fund, a high expense ratio fund.
Yeah.
Never. Not when you have index funds you can just park in.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for the trick there, Blas. Oh, they're all a bunch of cheaters, one way or the other.
All right, Coach, I'm back.
I heard you've been forcing everybody else to hold bags today by taking everybody's money in the world.
Take the whole
I had a
market.
very
I heard
good day.
you were the market today.
I had an insane day.
Sweet. Did you pump that open? What'd you do?
Let's see. From the overnight, I grabbed the long. That long was like well over 100 points with 5 contracts. So by midnight, I was already up 12,000. Let me see. Then the morning session had another long. That was another. I took profit on that for 9,000, and then I grabbed another scalp, and with that one, I made another 12,000. So like right now, I've actually given back some money. So right now I'm sitting at 34,093 for the day in one account.
Or sucker.
I know who's buying drinks.
I'll be at the Christmas party.
I am still trying to clear my schedule for the Christmas party. But it is my very big hope that I can do it, because it'd be great. It'd be great to hang out with everybody.
The team is quite interesting.
You can join.
Agreed too.
You can join the list. I have a long group of friends that'll want to be either my son, well, mostly my son. I got a handful of friends in the after hours that, yeah, I've become their surrogate father.
As you should. You're very wise.
Oh, thank you. I get it. I'm honored. It actually, it's a nice little thing.
Yeah, why not, Jesse? Like, I've strongly held the belief that you have kids so that you get free labor. So, yeah, let's do it.
My kids need to get on their game. Their labor is mediocre at best.
Oh, my kids' labor is pathetic. Are you kidding me?
God. Like I didn't realize sweeping was such a complicated situation. Like,
Sometimes I think my dad was correct when he used to beat me with the belt.
you learn how to sweep a floor properly, I bet.
Well, I didn't break the tree next time. I was swinging on the apple tree and I broke the apple tree, and my dad was not very happy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got a little Texas justice on that one.
Crazy boys, man. You breaking. Yeah,
But we don't think very long before we do things when we're young like that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Blas. I was gonna ask. I mean, as long as cigars, not cigarettes, are provided, I mean, maybe.
I don't know. You don't want to deal with me when I get in mama bear mode. I'm just saying.
Oh, I would be very interested to see Becky in mama bear mode. Not like in front of the mama bear path, but like as a spectator on the side.
Spectator would be safer. Yeah. You definitely want to.
Like me and Riz just nudging each other, just be like, "Did you see that stuff?"
Yo, somebody get this on camera.
Remember not to piss off Becky.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
No, I don't mind that. I'm fully available.
Oh, the bell snapping it's an old trick, right? Yeah, you get that bell and you snap it like it's gonna make that big noise and it scares you. Oh yeah.
Place the fear of God.
Wait, Trump's posting on crypto right now?
What? Bitcoin's good
No, that's
moving
just
to the upside.
Yeah, I think Bitcoin needs a little bit more than a Trump poster. It's amazing that he's posting bullish crypto notes here, Ace, because it was just Sunday night in 60 Minutes. He said he didn't know what crypto was. He let his sons handle all of it. Throw that out.
I mean, he's not lying.
Meaning he doesn't really know what crypto is.
I mean, they don't lie. They tell you the truth. I don't.
You're right, Blas. He did say specifically when he was asked why he pardoned the Binance guy, he said, well, here's the truth. I don't know who that is. That was interesting enough, but he also said he doesn't have any involvement in crypto and he lets his sons handle all of it. And now he's pumping crypto on his True Social. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school, but I still believe in conflicts of interest. He's long Fartcoin? Well, let's go get us some farts.
Hey, but Coach, if you don't have a conflict of interest, then you have no place in Washington.
That's true.
And the only way you can be at the top is you have to have the most conflicts of interest of anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm also the guy that thinks they should outlaw stock trading from Congress.
It should. It should.
It's totally corrupt. I mean, there's no actual genuine skill there. It's all
None.
insider trading.
The greatest traders in the history of mankind are not Jesse Livermore. They are people that sat in Congress. They are the greatest traders of all time based on percentage.
Right. P&L taken home.
Yep. They read charts better than the rest of us guys.
Mm-hmm. They read emails solidly. That's probably not even an email.
I promise you what we watch on C-SPAN is not what they know there, Blas. It's both of those. Pelosi's she's upper echelon greatest trader of all time. But there's a lot on the Republican side too. It is a general problem for politicians in general. Oh, the cattle? Yeah. The Clintons, they did a lot of it. Man, RQ, that would be such a plush gig as a trader to get elected to Congress and get all this inside information and not even have any rules or regulations to stop me from doing something about it. Yeah, it would. I'm going to have to Google, how does one become a congressman? Yes.
Vote for me.
You don't even
Coach
have to
Becky,
do that.
President.
Is it a job I can just apply for and show up for?
No.
If you were an aide, you would be in the sphere and hear all that, and you wouldn't have any conflicts of interest because you're an aide.
That's a good point. Just become friends. Get invited to the dinner.
Speaking of
She's
NVIDIA,
sliding
it certainly
down
does
right
look like it
now.
wants to come down a little bit here.
My last contract and trailing stop. It's like,
RQ, I am most likely in the buyer mode around 190 on NVIDIA, though. On any pivot. I didn't love the high base. I love NVIDIA, but I don't love that high base.
my base is making me nervous because it could be a bull flag for sure, but it also could be a changing of the hands for a beat.
It can go. It's just a shift of momentum at the top end with the market kind of going indecision round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A tricky time to enter.
All right, we got 10 minutes left. Thank you for bringing us back there, Ace. I'm gonna say it closes around 68.50. I think there's a little peg there.
Bottom of the base.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got tonight in
last
earnings?
Contract is 68.33 for ES. Top of that consolidation earlier. Let's see. But I won't let it come all the way back up to 68.50. Trailing it.
We got AppLovin and Qualcomm ARM Hood tonight. Those are the major earnings. HubSpot, Allstate, MetLife, Fortinet, DoorDash, kind of some secondaries. Got some Quantum tonight as well, IONQ. Devon Energy, there's an important one in energy if you looking at that. By the way, if you have not had a chance to listen to Becky's amazing session yesterday, I believe here is the link.
Ooh, that was last week's, but
Is that last week's?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it was last week.
I know, but the next one, I think they're going to start coming out quicker turnaround now.
Last week works too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing to do a live session, wait a few days to post the on demand. Force people to come to the live session.
That's a good point. I was telling them, Coach Matt, that it's very tricky for me. Yesterday was my most challenging live yet because there was a more active chat, and it was challenging at times for me to keep my flow with what I was saying, but also try to respond in real time to the chat. And it, and it kept running, and it was like, oh my gosh. Like I knew that if I really delved into the chat, that I would keep getting off track and it would be more disorganized. But then I felt like I was missing things. It was.
You want my advice?
It's a new skill. Yes, I do.
My advice is to focus on your presentation.
Yeah.
Allow me and others who are there to handle the chat.
Okay, that's what I ended up doing because I was like, if I really get distracted, it's going to turn out poorly all around, and it's going to be
like the number one thing that you need to focus on is giving that amazing content in the way that you want to make sure that your message is getting out properly. Yeah. All other things are bonus column, but you also have quite a bit of us in the chat too, Becky, to kind of trust us to kind of move that conversation along, and then obviously open it up at the end to any additional questions. But a lot of those questions are, can just be easily, maneuvered just through handling them in chat. And, maybe, every now and then say, hey, does anybody have any questions, whatnot. But I felt like you did a great job yesterday. I thought you were amazing. I thought last week you did a fantastic job. Trying to also trying to follow your PowerPoint as well as keep connection with the audience online can be very difficult. It can. Yeah. You will find that edge over time. I have no doubt about that. But what I would suggest is just have us, who are all there, handle the chat. And then if there's anything that I feel, because I'll be there for almost all of your streams there, Becky. The only ones I won't be is if I have another meeting or something along those lines. And so I'll be there to help you in the chat. And if there's ever a question that I feel needs a general discussion, I'll pop in and be like, hey, Becky, we had this question in chat. So what's your thoughts on this? You know what I mean?
Perfect. Okay.
But priority one, Focus on your presentation, focus on your message, focus on what you want our community to take from those educational moments. But in general, I think you do an absolutely fantastic job.
Thank you for all of that. Yeah.
And we did get
That
it done
makes sense.
coming into the close, by the way.
Yeah. I'm not mad. That was a nice dump. Just got my last contract out. Feel good about it.
By the way, Polymarket has a 26% chance that tariffs will be upheld. I think that's low. Or high, excuse me. I think the Supreme Court knocks down most of the tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
I am fascinated to see if that happens, to see the market's reaction to that. Because I do believe the market hates tariffs. Personally. Not targeted tariffs necessarily, but broad-based tariffs.
And that broad-based tariffs are bad for terms of market bullish movement.
Broad-based tariffs are bad for humanity.
Yeah.
They're economically deteriorating. Targeted tariffs are a different conversation. We've used targeted tariffs over the years to target specific industries or sectors where there's a national emergency to do that. For example, we've done that with semiconductors for, 8-9 years now. I don't know if he knows specifically what they are or not, to be honest with you. I do know he has not changed his opinion on tariffs since the 1980s. The only question I have is, in the short term, if the Supreme Court rules against Trump on tariffs, they're going to have to unwind billions in dollars of duties collected, and there's no process for that. And so I think it creates some pretty big time volatility in the short term. But in general, I do think the market will be much more constructive, much more consistent without the constant overhead of what are we doing with tariffs constantly. But after listening to a little bit of what the court had to say today, their questions were all on they were leaning towards taking it away. Yep. Ding, ding, guys. Well, Riz, as always, Becky, as always, awesome hanging out for Power Hour.
Yeah, that was great.
Absolutely.
Always.
I got myself a little end of day trade there as well. Snagged the 1,300% end of day.
Of course you did.
What a freaking crazy day. What a
Awesome.
freaking crazy day. Wow.
Awesome.
He's so great today, man.
It has been an insane day.
Just chilling back there, raking it in. Mm-hmm.
Well done, brother.
That's what we do every day here at Blue Sky.
We got the stream tomorrow, as well as the trading lounge lab tomorrow as well. Final session on swing trading is tomorrow, so come join me if you're interested in learning how to target as a swing trader. Outside of that, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Tim.
Perfect. Thanks. Bye.
And thank you all for stopping in. Coach Matt, Becky, of course, the rest of our team here in Discord, our friends on YouTube, Kick, X. Thank you all so much for stopping with us. I hope you all enjoyed the stream today and had a fantastic trading day. I had an insane day, and I hope you all did as well. Please show up tomorrow because my market levels will be in. If you want to take live trades with me or learn how to trade, then jump in my channel, because definitely. Oh, thank you. Hey, you know what? Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate you. Don't forget, we've got our launch plans on sale, $49 and $59. We've got Coach Matt's live trading class coming in tomorrow as well. And catch me and the rest of the coaches here live in the pre-market and get those levels and get your trading on. As always, good luck in the market, team. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all tomorrow.